It's time for Teen Mom Trash Talk with Tracey and Noelle.
Hello, and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle W. Herzog, the Sicilian Serpent.
Woo!
How are
Look
you
at
today?
how many necks Chico has in back of me. Can you see all his necks?
Well, that's not very nice, Noelle.
I love him so much. I gave him those necks. That's ground beef neck. That's ground turkey neck.
Oh God, Noelle. You're out of control. I can't wait until we blur your background. We're here to talk about Teen Mom, the next chapter or new chapter. There's really no way to know. Season 1, episode
next
10.
chapter.
Listen,
Who cares?
you can't tell me. You know what I mean? If I want to call it the new chapter, MTV, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to MTV.
Yeah.
You can't stop me.
Yeah. I mean, also on Twitter, the hashtag is always Teen Mom next chapter. It's not Teen Mom the next chapter. Very,
Right.
very annoying.
You
It's
are
the little things.
You're so twittery. If you guys want to hear more of our amazing banter, you know where to go. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. That is where you will find all of our bonus content, including, but not limited to, 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life, which is my new favorite show.
Okay. I can't wait to watch this episode.
Me
I didn't watch
too.
it yet. I watched like 10 minutes of it.
Did I watch it?
You know, I don't know if you did.
Oh, no.
Natalie's going to see Mike. Mike's mom makes an appearance this episode.
No, I didn't watch. Oh,
yeah,
well,
he lives with his mom now.
here's the thing. I thought that I was going to have fun tonight and go crazy and watch Love is Blind. And now I'm not. I'm going to watch Single Life.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Go crazy.
Let's jump in the Blue Lagoon with Cheyenne.
Do I look like a rock star?
I do. You do. Sometimes when I do podcasts in the summer and it's really hot, I'll put like a fan on.
Uh-huh. And
I
your
know.
hair is blowing in the
Yeah.
wind.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I can't.
That's
I actually
so
can't
funny.
do that. So we'll start off with Cheyenne.
Okay.
She's taking Ryder to a dressmaker, right? So
Right.
she's like, Ryder, tell me all of the things that you
Mhm.
want your dress to have. Tell me all of the characteristics that this from scratch dress is going to have.
Right.
She wants a sweetheart neckline.
Mhm. Is
She
that a
wa-
sweetheart? She said a heart shape. Is that
It's
a sweetheart?
Yeah.
Oh, because she said she wants her own version of Cheyenne's dress, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a sweetheart neckline. She wants a floor length gown.
right.
She wants all these things. And they're like, okay, just ask for it very politely.
Right.
And now I'm like, oh my God. They're having this girl have like a full mermaid gown made.
Right.
They put a communion dress on her
That's what I was gonna say. That was a nothing.
and they call it a day.
My flower girls wore that dress, I think, maybe. I don't even know.
Sure.
Where-
Honestly, I gotta tell you, I think your flower girl dresses were way nicer than that.
Okay, so this is what I was gonna say. This is the plainest, most boring, unwriter-like dress. It's like Cheyenne didn't want to be shown up by her own daughter.
she's like, listen,
Mm-hmm.
you bitch,
Yeah.
you'll get what I get you,
Yeah.
and you'll like it.
But here's the thing. I'm shocked that she liked it, the kid.
I was confused because I'm like, she really did know what she wanted.
Good thing it wasn't you. You would have been like, I'll burn this place to the ground, Mom.
Why are you bringing me to a dressmaker?
Right. Why don't you just bring me to David's Bridal if we're
Why
just
didn't you
gonna
bring
do
me
this?
to J.C. Penney?
Right.
That's
Jossie
not even
Penier.
That's my favorite. That is not.
No, I know.
Come on, guys, do better.
Yeah, it was weird. I feel like maybe there was supposed to be more of an explanation and there wasn't. But guys, we're not dumb. We'll notice this stuff.
Yeah. Also, I don't remember her actual wedding pictures. Is that the actual dress that she did wear? Ryder?
Ryder. I think
Righty-po?
I could look on our
I'm gonna
Instagram.
look. I'm gonna
Okay.
take a look-see po.
I think there's a video of her and Boz up there.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm pretty sure that is what she wore because I remember her dress being underwhelming. And it's like, shame on me. I did not like Cheyenne's dress at all. So I'm actually glad that Ryder didn't have a mini
no. I
version.
mean, sure, but she would have looked very cute in whatever fancy.
Well, I mean, put something fancy on her. Put a little blingy bling on her. Put a baby bling on her. She's the
Terrible.
cutest kid I've ever seen.
What did you do?
Yeah. You could have done so
Very.
much more. Isn't the point of having a daughter to dress her up all the time?
It's the only reason I would have one.
Yeah. And to name her and see what she looks like. Those are all of the
And then
reasons.
throw her right in the Firehouse. Take her to the
Basura.
nice, safe firehouse.
That's Tracy's favorite place.
I'll be like, this actually did not come out the way I thought it was going to come out.
I thought it was gonna look different.
Next.
Your eye makeup looks very good, by the way. I'm
Thank you.
mesmerized by it.
Thank you so much. I did a little teal, a little purple.
It's the teal that I see. I really like it.
I was like, I just need to like do something, step outside the box a little bit. Do something
Good
I
for
never
you.
do.
Step outside of that box.
Yeah, because it's always like pink, purple, pink, purple, pink, purple, gold.
When you came over the other day, you had on the pinkest eyeshadow ever. It was
I
like
went-
shock pink.
I went all the way. It was a
Yeah.
literal color pop pink palette.
You mesmerized my mother.
That's what I do. If you guys want to hear more about Noelle's mom, you know where to go.
You have
Patreon.com/Trash Talk
to.
Podcast. All right. So now Ryder is like, by the way, mom,
Mhm.
I am going to Atlanta for daddy's movie.
Right.
I'm packed. I have a ticket. Peace out.
But also, it's like, Cheyenne, why do you believe this child? Do you think she has all the information?
Okay. I got to tell you, I think she does.
I get it, but I just feel like I don't see the point in not fighting with, but like, I don't know, getting short with a child. Like, talk
No.
to Corey.
Okay. Don't you think this was a little bit weird? Like this whole entire segment.
Yes.
So she said that Corey is taking her out of school, and she's like, so she's talking to Zach about talking to Corey in front of Ryder.
also, Zach is sleeping
Right. And she
in the
goes,
car. Yeah.
I gotta skip school a lot. And then she goes to Cheyenne, you just can't take over. You're both parents.
I know. I did like that, but I feel like this is fed to her.
No.
It has to be.
You think so? It's not that it's not cute. Sure, it's cute, but like if this is for real, like how you guys talk in front of her, like don't.
Well, no, I mean, you shouldn't talk about Corey.
Not
'cause
that you're
even
talking- but
even
she's
when
not
they
even
were in the
talking
car,
bad.
she's like, I heard that.
Right. So also they have a new puppy.
They have a new puppy. I don't know why people do this.
Okay, so she's moving. She's going to be transitioning into a new home.
Mhm.
She has Ryder starting school, and she's getting married, and she got a puppy.
Yeah.
Okay,
And she has 2 small children.
that's really
Mhm.
good. That is good. So they're talking to Corey in front of Ryder too.
Yes. It just
Ma-
makes no sense to me.
Men cannot communicate.
I'm sorry. She can't communicate either. This is both of them.
I know, but like she's like, so when I asked you to take her, is that conflicting? And he's like, well, what did he say at first? He was like, no, I know we talked about this already. And she's like, is it conflicting? And he's like, yeah.
But then he's like, I have to look at her calendar. I know, but didn't you feel like this was choppy a bit?
Very
Okay.
choppy.
Because I'm like, I can't really even follow what's happening
Okay,
here.
so he's leaving. He's filming a movie from September 12th to October 9th. They're getting married at the end of September, so he has to come to her wedding. So he's going to come back for the wedding. Also,
That's when they need him to drive her back and forth to school.
right. So how is that going to work? And then
Yeah.
so Corey changed the schedule. What did he change it back to what it used to be? So he's not doing it?
Right. That's what I don't understand. And also, she's going to Atlanta. How is she getting there? Is she going by herself? She's just going there for a week? Is she going with Taylor? Like, what's happening?
Is he flying back and forth for the for the movie? What movie is he in?
What movie is he in? Give me a
What, the
break.
challenge?
The
movie?
challenge. Yep.
The challenge, the play, the movie.
This is like those lame like WWE movies like that, like The Rock was in, or like John Cena's in.
Isn't The Rock the most famous person in the world? I think he
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not so dumb. Maybe
No, I
Corey-
know, but even John Cena, like everybody knows who he is too, but they do these lame ass WWE movies, like, like The Soldier, and he comes in and he shoots like 1,000 bullets. And
You know who's not gonna like this, right?
Nick, the Nene. We had a full-on voice note conversation.
I heard.
back and forth about Total Divas.
I heard. You guys are gonna hear more about that on Patreon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna actually shut my ears off from when you talk about that.
No, I don't. I want you to keep them on. I think, in fact, you should turn them up.
No, thank you.
Mhm. Yes.
I'm gonna take a hard pass on that. Does Cheyenne have any clothes that don't say mom or mama? Does
No.
anyone on this show have any
No.
clothes that don't say
Kate
mom
doesn't.
or mama?
Even Kale didn't. It's
You don't
lame.
know?
It's lame.
I see all your kids.
It's so lame. That's so Chelsea. It's all of them.
So
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
You
Amber
like that?
doesn't have that.
Amber's like, what? I am
Amber's
what?
like, Mom.
Mom, Tanya?
Tonya?
Tonya? Tonya?
Tonya?
Tonya? Tonya? Let's talk about Cate.
All right.
I didn't love this.
Okay, tell me the reason why you didn't love
Okay,
this.
so I feel like everything after here is
Uh-huh.
like, I feel like this episode was really humanizing a lot of the characters. You like the
It was
characters?
a dark episode.
That's what I'm
though.
saying. Like it was a
Yeah.
little bit okay. So she has a bad earache. She has half of a numb tongue.
Mm.
She goes to the hospital for a CAT scan and blood
Right.
work. She
Mhm.
has to stay over to get an MRI in the morning.
Okay, but here's the thing. I believe that this is all real. She loves dramatics, though.
Okay.
Cate.
So here's the thing. I believe that this is all real, but what I would do is I'd be like, hey guys, in the morning.
I'm gonna come back for that MRI.
Mm-hmm.
No, she
And
can't
then
wait
what-
to say that she stayed in the hospital overnight.
And then what you're gonna do in the morning after the MRI, I'm gonna go home again. And you're gonna get a little ring.
No, she can't wait to stay.
You're staying overnight
This
to get your MRI
Tracey,
results.
it's so out of character for you and I, but it's so
It's
real.
here's the other
It
thing.
takes a
In New
certain
York
type of
City,
person.
in New York
Okay,
City,
so I was thinking that too.
I'd be like, you are in the emergency room. It is on fire.
Right. Try
And
doing
you
that
think
at
you're-
Coney Island Hospital.
And you think you're gonna have a sleepover for your
Right.
MRI with a room by yourself?
But that's what I mean. It's like clearly you're not from New York.
You would have
Please.
gotten shot in the hospital.
That's what I mean. You could have like your leg hanging out and you can't get a room. You're
Yeah.
in the hall of the ER on a bed.
Well, you lived in the hall in the ER.
Yeah, I was there for like ever and not because by choice. I wasn't like, oh, I think I'll sleep here tonight. It's so weird. I don't know. It's so weird to me.
It's so
And
weird.
she can't wait. It's like, I know that this is real, but she can't wait to tell Ty it might be MS.
Right. So she's
Yeah.
scared and she's like, I hope you're not mad at me. But I will say this. Why
Mm-hmm.
can't April stay with the kids? Why can't Kim stay with the kids? Why can't someone stay with the kids at all? I mean,
Uh-huh.
no one cared.
Well, I don't think Ty's like, I need anybody to stay with the kids. He's fine with them.
Right. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, so she had to be alone.
Yeah, she wants to be.
I guess so.
Because she also doesn't want anyone to hear what the
Mm.
doctors are saying. She wants to be the
Right. Because they're like,
go-between.
hey, can you go home and wait for the MRI? And she's like, you need me to stay here 100%? Okay.
Right.
I'll
Okay,
tell my
just
whole
stay.
family that it might be something serious.
Mhm. I'm just
And they're
gonna
like,
stay.
that's not what we said at all.
Right.
And she's like, I'm sorry. My mom's calling me.
April's calling me.
April's calling me. And all of the animals have escaped their tanks.
Oh God. I wish we could see April's house again.
I wish we could not.
Well, I mean, you could have allergies through the screen.
You know that those things trigger me.
I know.
So Kim calls Tyler to see how he is.
And also to scare him.
But I
Kim
like
is
it.
my mother.
Oh, it could be something very bad. That's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's probably really bad.
That is so typical though, that like if Cate was home with the kids, you think someone would
Mhm.
be like, oh God, Kate's home with the kids alone. I hope she's okay.
No, it's typical. It's a man. It's a guy. He's home alone. It's like
Mhm.
there's a guy babysitting.
Babysitting 3 children. How could he babysit 3 children at the same time?
Yeah, it's like it
I
just
hope she's paying him a lot of money.
right. It's just so unheard of.
I hope someone comes to relieve him
I'm surprised Kim didn't just go there.
and give him a little hand relief.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. That's his favorite.
Mm-hmm. So no one looked at the MRI, so she sleeps over again. She's having like
Mhm.
the best sleepover.
She's having the time of her life. She's like,
Like,
I get
she's at
clear
sleepaway.
broths.
I love Jello.
I love gel. I love applesauce.
So Cheyenne calls her and she's like, they think it might be Bell's palsy. And Cheyenne's
Mhm.
like, oh, I could see it. Cheyenne, shut up.
I know.
I would have fainted if she said that to me.
Well, because she's like, half my tongue is numb. This, that, this,
Like,
that's what.
oh man, I could see
Yeah. Cheyenne's like, oh, I see that. You're not even moving. Nothing's moving.
it. Oh gosh, she's like, oh
Chey.
my God, even your bang went to one side.
Seriously. She's
She's like, oh,
bangalicious.
I'm sorry. That was
Mhm.
rude. So she leaves the hospital. She gets in her car and drives home.
Tracey, she drove herself to the hospital. You were fine enough to, if you're fine enough to drive yourself to the hospital, I don't know about going to the hospital.
You couldn't just get an MRI.
Go to that MRI house
Go
in
to the
West
doctor.
Virginia.
Have them sonogram to see if there's a baby in your brain.
It's so weird. Like, can you not get like MRI appointments that easily?
It's an emergency, right? So go to your
Yeah,
regular. She's like, I went to
right.
urgent care. I wasn't getting answers. Yeah, in urgent care, you know what they do?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you should go to the hospital.
Yeah. Urgent care doesn't do anything unless you like, have something they can give you.
If you have a cold, they're like, I'll
for.
give you antibiotics. And you're like,
Right.
this doesn't even cure this. And you're
Yeah.
like, perfect. Goodbye. So they gave her steroids and antivirals. And
I
she
did
said that
not
she
know
was-
Bell's palsy was a virus, though.
Sure is.
I
just
didn't
like
know that.
shingles.
My grandmother had Bell's palsy.
God punishes.
You're not wrong about that.
No, it's such a fear of mine.
I know it is. Trust me. I've heard.
I thought I had it this week, and then I saw this episode. I'm like, great.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know. As soon
Great.
as this came on, I'm like, did they have to say it? Did they have to say Bell's palsy?
Great. So she said that she was very anxious. She gets very bad like health anxiety because when she was little, something happened to her and someone else was in control. I hated how she said this. This gave me like the heebie-jeebs.
Well, because she doesn't want. She's saying it without saying it.
I know, but that got me like kind of upset.
Oh,
You don't care. You have no soul.
I mean, listen, we all have our cross to bear. You know.
Sure. No, I know. It just was like she was like, oh, I don't want to say this.
No, I get it. Also,
That was
I
like
also rewind for 1 second. This baby Raya at one point was drinking a bottle,
mhm.
brown liquid inside of it.
I saw that. I was like, is that
Was
iced tea?
was that sweet tea?
Maybe it was a coffee.
But that's what I mean. What was that?
Okay,
that
I think
child
it was an
drinking?
iced coffee.
I mean, maybe, but I think the kid wants creamer. I don't think the kid's gonna have brown coffee.
No, I mean, it's just they probably watered it down, the coffee.
What do you think, really? Because there was ice in it,
I literally thought it was like country time iced tea. Or
right? I thought
whatever,
it was like
Lipton.
4C.
Yes.
Right. Okay, good. Me too. Me too. I'm like, this is actually terrible. These children are rotting from the inside.
No, but they are up. They're awake.
Yeah, right. Don't you want your kids to sleep?
Yeah, but they also have to work.
You're so funny. Country time.
Well, that's the lemonade. I'm so sorry.
My grandmother loved that. Speaking of Bell's palsy.
Oh God. All right. Speaking of your grandmother, let's talk about Amber.
I hated everything about this.
Noelle.
Yeah.
I don't love Amber.
Tracey, she didn't do anything wrong.
She did
Yeah.
nothing wrong in this episode.
It's actually,
It
we'll
was
get to
upsetting. It was upsetting.
But it's upsetting. It's almost like, how could this possibly happen to her? Yes.
Mhm. So she said that she wants to see James for a month now. And
Right.
Christina asked if Leah and Emily had a good last visit ever with James.
She's a marshmallow, that one. She always looks like she's crying, even when she's just talking.
She does.
She does.
She does. Maybe she always just smelt a fart. But she's like,
She smelled the fart.
Leah, you're never gonna see James again.
Right.
How was that? It's hard. It's really hard. Never again.
It's just so. Also, how obvious is it that Leah doesn't like Amber?
Okay, but she is trying like a lot. You don't think so?
I feel like she's so passive aggressive. The comments and the things that she says. I feel
No,
like
I think she feels
I
bad.
feel like she. No, I think she pities her. The way she speaks.
Yes, she pities her, but she feels bad.
I guess, but I
Leah
feel like
treats
she
her like
doesn't-
she's the mom.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think that she feels bad because that's her mom. I think she just thinks
No.
this is a shitty situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Mhm.
So Lexi comes to Amber's and Amber's on the couch with a blanket. And
Lexi has an open container. She has an open Starbucks. There's no top on it. What is this?
she's gonna chug it.
What is this? There's no top on your coffee.
You know why?
Why?
Because she took off the top, she put some in Raya's bottle,
Right.
and then she went over to Amber's.
Or she had some strawberries in it and had her duck friend drink
She
it.
had a duck drink.
It's the best TikTok
If you
around.
guys, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Google TikTok strawberry duck.
That's the best thing you'll ever see.
Dunkin'
If you're
Donuts.
having a bad day, do that.
I really do love it a lot. So she said that Christina and Leo were crying over this whole thing. And it's like, so also James is 4.
I know.
That's wild.
I know. It's
I
like,
feel like
I
she
just
just-
watched her throw up yesterday.
Ah.
I just watched her throw up in that bag yesterday when she was pregnant.
Oh my God. All right. Well, she said that this is more painful than gel.
Sure.
Okay. How she's probably like, listen, in every episode, I'm going to bring up gel.
Yeah, no, this is her thing.
Yes. So she's going to spend a lot of money on child support now. She said
Mhm.
she's going to spend a lot of time traveling,
Mhm.
but she gets her house back and she hasn't been there in 3 years. The way they even set this up, I was like, I'm scared.
No, I was terrified. Right. Because it's like leading up to like you're going to like Blood Manor.
Yes.
Like, what are you walking into?
So Gary and Christina said that they're going to go to the old house with her, and Leah wants to go too. So they have the whole family, including the dog.
I know. And Emily too. This poor kid.
You couldn't leave Christina home.
Right. It should just be Gary and Amber.
It just should have been Gary and Amber.
I love that Amber's in the front seat.
She probably gets car sick.
Maybe she might.
Definitely.
Yeah, she probably does.
They're probably like,
She gets
can't.
walk sick.
She
like-
she gets sit up sick. Every time you see Amber, she's like, I was just vomiting
Right.
everywhere.
Always. She loves that shit. Her hair is so long now.
well. I mean, it's like a man in a cave when he hasn't shaved his beard.
You're right.
So they're all very nervous. And
Yeah.
she gets in the car and she goes, if I start to talk weird, just don't mind me.
If I start to talk weird, it's the Klonopin talking. Am I not
She's
allowed
like,
to say
it's
that? Is
the
that bad
delicious.
thing?
No, she's like, it's the delicious cocktail I just had of Old English and and Xanax and Klonopin.
Yum.
Yum, yum, yum. So they're very nervous. They get
Mhm.
there. It's like, dun, dun, dun. It's overgrown.
Oh my God. As soon as you pull up, I'm like, I'm not going in this house. Gary, you're going in without me.
Gary's like, I am
Yeah.
going in without you,
Uh-huh.
actually. So Gary goes in first, and Leah is being very sweet, very calm.
Right.
And they said that the house smelled so badly like urine. I hope they had dogs or cats
Yeah, I think they had cats, right? Because it looked like there was urine stains on the carpet.
on
It
the
looked
walls.
Like, yeah.
Gary's gagging.
Yeah, I know.
Leah said that she would have called CPS if she were Amber.
Okay. So Leah said, I would have called CPS. And Christina's like, you would have called CPS? I would have. And then she stopped. And I thought she was going to say that she called CPS.
Oh, maybe she did. Maybe
She-
that's why.
yeah,
they put it
she
up.
like caught herself.
Gary said that he'll get a team to get Andrew's stuff out. You know what?
Yeah.
Amber is very lucky to have them because this is a bad situation.
No, this is terrible. I mean, you have to hire someone for this. The
This is like
dirty stained pillows in the closet.
everything was disgusting. It's not even like, okay, he moved. So like he kind of like left everything kind
No,
of a
no,
mess.
he lived that way.
He lived that way.
So the thing is, here's what gets me. You and I were talking, I think it was last week, and we were talking about how why would they take James out of such a nice situation with the whole family there and bring him to a place he doesn't even know? But it's like, didn't they investigate Andrew? They didn't go to the house one time to see the living conditions that he had James in, because nobody would think that this is normal.
I know.
I was really disturbed by this. And
It was-
it's not about like, oh my God, because I love a clean house. No, people can't
A
live
clean
like this.
house.
But that's what I'm
Gary
saying. Like,
was
people can't live like
gagging.
this. That's sick. That blanket, when he picked up the blanket, and then he's like, and then Andrew was probably just laying here next to it.
Yes. Yes. That house doesn't
can't.
get like that.
No,
And he couldn't leave. So it's not even like, oh, well, he was living in California. No.
no.
Where is everyone's dogs and cats?
I don't know. I think Amber has some dogs at her house with her though.
Very weird.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to Brianna. She is moving. She said they're going to be sleeping on an air mattress. Why not just move when you get your beds and furniture?
She can't.
Okay. Well,
She's
Nova.
also moving because she has a boyfriend. Get your own place.
Okay, sure, but you could also wait until your bed comes.
No, I know, but it's like, I guess she wanted to have a floor party. I don't know.
All right. Well, Nova goes, what is this? All this garbage.
She's a good kid.
She only has a 2-bedroom too.
I know. Tracy, why is she downsizing? I would have been like, here, Roxy, I got you an apartment.
No, I would have been like, we got a 3-bedroom.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, here,
Well, because
Roxy,
she
I got you
doesn't
an
know.
apartment.
She doesn't know if she wants to, move out. She doesn't know where she wants to live. So I get it. Get a
It's too
3-bedroom.
small. Yeah.
That's so
Also,
weird.
just in general,
Because
like,
you
even
could
the
not
living
because
room area was so
listen,
small.
it's not because it's bad. It's just you have the money to do it. You're in Florida.
Also, the apartment was so nice. I'm sure you could just get a little
The
bigger.
bigger one.
Yeah.
Just the bigger one. Well, there's no furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of lip kissing.
This is all they do. Roxy got a lip kiss.
You get a
Brianna
lip
got
kiss.
lip kisses. Right.
You get a lip kiss.
It made me
Lewis
think of
gets a
Gabrielle,
lip
to
kiss.
be honest.
I know. Very remnant of her. Stella cannot believe they have to sleep there.
I know. She's like, we're sleeping here. We're not
Here?
going back to Nana's house.
So no bed.
No.
No bed, no furniture,
no
nothing.
bed.
I just have this chicken wing.
Blanket and wing.
And we all sleep on the same air mattress.
Yes.
Okay. She's like,
That
well,
sounds terrible.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know how great this idea is. So she's unpacking with Brittany.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Brittany.
Brittany's very funny. She's like, you're not even helpful with those chonga nails.
And she's like, I'm gonna get you magnets. But Brianna like genuinely laughed too. It was
Yeah,
very
they're funny.
Yeah, it was
So
cute.
her boyfriend's really good. But her shirt does not cover her bra.
Her shirt doesn't cover her bra. Her motorcycle shorts come well above her navel.
You love a good motorcycle short.
I do, but it's just I haven't seen her wear anything else in a very long time.
Yeah, I don't think she could. I would imagine it is very difficult to fit.
Yes.
Just to fit those dimensions.
Yes, right. You would need like custom jeans.
She would need to go to Ryder's dressmaker.
Would she though? What would she get if she went there?
She would get Walmart pants.
Or like a ball gown. Who knows? There's no way to know.
There's no way to know. She said that she's talking about Bobby and she's like, yeah, I want him to come here and build some furniture for me. Okay. He's going to build IKEA furniture. You don't want him to meet the girls.
Michigan.
Okay. But you're also going to be sending your kids to go stay with your mom, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to meet. So you just wanted someone to bang Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay. Get a hotel room.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. She did this because she has a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Well, she said that she really wants to enjoy her apartment. She didn't want to move right in with a man. She wanted
I
to
would
move
hope not.
once. Yeah, but it's like you're just prepping to move in with a man
She is though.
because you just want Bobby to move in with you.
And they're already broken up anyway.
I know. Thank
Yeah.
God. Moving on to Jade. So they're engaged. She's wedding planning.
Right.
And it's Chloe's first day of pre-K. And Chloe said that she's nervous. Did you get
sad? I mean, I felt terrible for her. And then I was trying to remember if I was like this, but I can't remember.
Okay. I definitely was not like this.
Because I don't think I was like that. Yeah.
I was like this in nursery school. I used to
I
cry.
don't think I was.
I was. I really was. I had a lot. And I could, you know what? It's so funny. It's like I'm 27 years old now. And like I remember everything when I was like 3. Like,
no,
yesterday.
me too. Me too. I remember my parents fighting when I was like really little.
Very,
like when my
you must have
parents were
been really
divorcing.
little.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I remember like old stuff.
Yeah. And I remember my mom would bring me there and I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
You're just leaving. Like I didn't understand it.
Right. Like what's happening here. I love
Right.
nursery school. I went to OLG.
Nursery school is before pre-K.
Yeah. I loved it.
You're like 3.
Yeah. I thought it was the best time of my life.
I did not think it was great.
I think it scares kids.
I was very confused. You know where I went to nursery school? You've been there. I went to
Tell
nursery
me.
school where I had that benefit show in the community house.
Oh, really? That's a nursery school?
That's where I went to. Exactly where you were when you go like up the little stairs.
Yeah.
That was my nursery school.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was
That's
very
a cute little, very nice neighborhood.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I went there. I was very confused, but then by the time I got to like pre-K, I was like,
yeah.
goodbye.
You're like, goodbye. Leave me here forever.
Yeah. Well, I told you what I did in kindergarten, right?
What?
When
What
I
did you
started
do?
kindergarten, it was half days.
Yes.
So
you
had
wanted a full day.
Yeah, you had a choice of half days or
Yeah.
full days. And I went into the principal's office and I was like, hello, my friends in class, they have
Right.
a lunchbox. I don't have that. What is up with that? And she's like, oh, because, they stay and then you leave. And I'm like, why do I leave and everyone else stays?
Right.
And she's like, your mom only signed you up for half days. I was like, well, that's a phone call you're going to
That's
have to
going to
make.
change. Right.
Yeah. And I got it.
I've always been a full day, or I don't even think they offered that in my school.
It was
half days and
so
full
strange.
days. Yeah.
It was so strange. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Chloe sobs.
She was genuinely upset though.
Yeah. I feel like, again, she's scared. She doesn't really know
Yeah,
what's
she
going
wasn't
on.
like throwing a tantrum.
No, she was sobbing.
She's like,
yeah.
I was very upset for her.
Also, why does Sean fight with her? He's like,
I don't know why you're doing this, bro.
But also, like, she'll be like, you're gonna leave me there, and he's like, no, I'm not. And she's like, you're gonna leave me there. He's like, I don't like when you tell me what I'm gonna do. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, you're trying to reason with a baby.
Yeah, you're yelling at her like she's a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
So they drop her off and Jade cries, and then Sean's comforting her, and they get home to their new dog.
Right. That's good. Donde está Miguel?
Donde está Miguel? Donde está the husky? He was an escape artist. I saw it on TikTok.
I want him.
Not him particularly, but just huskies in general.
I've heard that about them.
That is the true story about them. So did you notice Sean's tattoo outline?
It's a state, right?
I don't know what it is, but 1 inch of it's colored in. It's like, did you just get bored?
See, I thought it looked like a state. I couldn't figure out what state it was. It almost looked Nevada-esque. That's why I was like, what is this exactly?
Oh, I don't know, but I know that whatever it was, one little piece was like colored in with like a pencil.
Oh, maybe it was like the capital city.
No, I think it's just an outline. Very weird. So
yeah.
They're fighting in the car now to go pick her up.
She says, she was saying, like, I saw on Twitter, she's like, I got into a bad car accident. So now I have like crazy anxiety when other people drive.
Understood.
No, I get it. But it's also like, then why have him drive?
Right. Well, she's probably trying to just go with the flow. They pick up Chloe. She had cheese and crackers for lunch.
My lunch. That's what I had.
This
for
is
lunch.
like when I drop off Noelle at kindergarten. Pre-K.
And Tracy's like, what'd you eat today? And I'm like, brie and American.
With Ritz crackers.
Some Clubhouse.
Oh God. So I don't know what I wrote here. Sean's been home from rehab for a year.
I know. I can't believe that. I feel like he just got home.
Time flew for me. So they make up the next day and they talk like regular people.
She has on all the makeup I've ever seen in my life.
She only wears this one tie-dye t-shirt, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking. It's tie-dye t-shirt, but like you like to say, motorcycle. Shirt. And that's it.
That's it. That's all. Well, Brie is rubbed off on her.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll ever move to Florida to be like with
I think
Brie
it's a natural progression.
Oh no, it is. But I think that would be cool. They should just move there. I'll watch that show.
But Florida man.
Florida ladies with babies.
And dogs.
And dogs. Who knows how many?
So many dogs. So many different varieties.
So many varieties.
They
so many flavors.
They swap them out like Aunt Viv and Becky, those dogs.
You know, they say she's the same, but she's not the same.
She's not the same.
She's not the same.
Not the same. Do you think that they're trying to play off that little fluffy dog for a husky?
Right. But that's the thing. Here's the thing, though. In the grand scheme of things, that little fluffy dog would have been my number one choice either. No. You guys aren't even good dog choosers.
Bad dog choosers. Stupid fluff.
Bad house choosers. Bad dog choosers. Bad bicycle short choosers.
Motorcycle.
Bad veneer choosers. I gotta tell you.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I was doing a show this weekend and one of the guys had like really nice teeth and the girl was like, oh my, one of the comics, she was like, your teeth are beautiful. Are those yours? And he's like, well, whose teeth would they be? He's like, you can't get someone else's teeth. And she's like, you can get fake teeth.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I wouldn't get fake teeth. She's like, okay. She's like, when I make it, I'm going to get the biggest, fakest teeth you've ever seen.
That's how it goes.
She's like, and everyone's going to be like, what's wrong with her? And she's going to be like, she made it.
It's as soon as they got money on Jersey Shore, every person got veneers.
A lot of people do this.
Yeah.
It's very terrifying.
It's weird.
I mean, Teen Mom, they love it. Do you remember Bristol's?
I like them on her. I do. I think they suited her.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Ridiculous. I like them on her. I like them.
They were still
ridiculous. Dakota had them too.
I don't know, guys. I am too tired for this. It is way too late at night. It's almost 7:30 p.m. So
Yeah, I'm done. Would you even know I had a sinus headache? No, right? I
you
just
wouldn't
like
even
rode
know.
through.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
We're going to record some more episodes for you. So stay tuned. Make sure you're liking our clips. We have been putting so many clips up. Nick Monroy is the ultimate clip maker.
He is. Nick is so good at it. He picks like the best parts.
He picks them great. He's learning
so
all these things.
good.
He's so smart. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my whole life. Guys, make sure you're following Nick on Instagram and you're telling him what a great job he does, because if you don't, I don't know who will, because it's not going to be us.
So when I post the clips on our Instagram page,
You tag
I put a
him.
little camera and I tag him in it. So it's
Okay.
at Nick Nanini. Guys, follow him.
NickThenene on Instagram, guys. Make sure you follow him. Tell him how great his clips are, please.
Yeah.
That's Nikki Clips, baby.
Oh, Nikki Clips.
Nikki Clips.
Nikki Clips. I like it.
Make sure you're liking our clips. Make sure you're sharing our clips. Make sure you're sharing word of mouth through the podcast. Tell a friend about it. Don't forget, we have Catfish Trash Talk. We have 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, totally free. And join the Patreon if you want more content. We have 90 Day Fiance The Single Life right now. We have our favorite podcast, BS. We have so many bonus episodes that your brain will actually explode. It's going to be amazing for you. Make sure you follow the show at Teen Mom Podcast on Twitter, Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram, and follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming stand-up comedy show dates and everything podcast related. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review wherever you listen to us. And if you're listening to us on audio and you want to see our faces, go over and subscribe to our YouTube. And if you're listening to us on YouTube and watching us and you think we're ugly, that's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong. Just
You're
go
not
subscribe.
wrong, but
Go subscribe to us
Yeah.
on audio, and then you won't have to see us ever again.
okay.
Thank you so much. Please have a nice day.
Thanks so much.
Goodbye.
Bye.